Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TGIF Trade Geeks. It's Friday. Today's December 6th, 2024. And today's hot topic is a continuation of the Trump tariffs. I was in Colorado here recently. I just got in time to shoot this video. And nice weather there. We were really blessed with the nice weather. But while I was there, I received numerous calls from several clients of ours wanting to know about the Trump tariffs again. And I think that the level of questions that we're getting now are more executive type. And basically, they want to know if the tariffs get implemented, how much time do we have? What kind of a warning do we have? So, majority of our clients are manufacturers or multinational. So, they're looking at this hard, trying to plan and be preventative. So, their biggest question is, okay, if this happens, how quick would it happen? In our last videos, we talked about what the tariffs really meant and some really good, analogies from some famous economists. And some of these economists are likening the tariffs to a sales tax, right? A national sales tax. So in other countries, they have a VAT tax or a value-added tax, which is common. Japan has a 10% value-added tax. Korea has a 10%. Mexico has a 16%. France has a 20%. Germany has a 19%. And Austria has a 20% VAT tax. So, other countries do have kind of a VAT tax or a sales tax. So, I think we don't know how it's going to play out. I think that, in my opinion, most of the talk that we're hearing is rhetoric or posturing. We saw Trump do exactly the same thing in 2016. In 2016, he did, in fact, slap on some tariffs on steel and aluminum, and then he retracted them. And he did threaten a 20% tariff on all goods from Mexico. I remember, because all the factories were kind of panicking, trying to figure out what we were going to do. So, luckily in 2016, after that election, the Chinese tariffs, for example, they didn't get implemented until 2018. So it took some time. Also, another thing to consider is in the last time that we went through this, it was before the USMCA was renegotiated. So when Trump took office last time, he was working on negotiating the USMCA. And I think he did a terrific job. He got rid of a lot of the loopholes, and basically he strengthened the bloc between Mexico, US, and Canada, making it a much stronger bloc, right? Giving preferential treatment to those companies or producers that are producing parts in North America, right? So I think he strengthened the bloc, and I think Canada came out, as we mentioned earlier last month, and they came out with some good analysis about why the USMCA is good for Canada, good for the US, and good for Mexico. So, also what we've seen here in the horizon here lately is that Mexico is clamping down and enforcing Chinese counterfeit goods. The government has come out and they said that the game is over. The fun is over, and they're coming after companies that are importing counterfeit Chinese goods. So that's good. That's part of the enforcement of building a stronger trade bloc between the three member countries. So, how long do we have? I think, once Trump takes office, he can start taking action, and he's got several measures that he could take, right? One is going through the regular regulatory process, which could take more than 8 months, because he's got to give everybody a 6 month process, pretty much, because he's got to give everybody time to analyze what the rulemaking is going to be, right? The other thing is, there's other measures available, other mechanisms, as we've discussed in our previous videos, which are Section 232 for dumping and countervailing duties, and also, what we've seen him do with the Chinese through Section 301. I think that, Trump will be aggressive with China. So anybody that's trying to use Mexico as a backdoor, definitely, I think he's gonna look at that hard and see what kind of controls he puts in place. And I think he's got all these mechanisms. Also don't forget, a president has executive orders. He could issue executive orders. And then also, from my experience, he can also issue what's called a presidential proclamation. And these are a lot faster. These would be a lot faster than the regulatory process. The other thing is that if he moves too fast, it could trigger a recession. We could have a great recession from this. So yeah, again, I think he's going to be smart about it. He's going to, he's using dramatics and saber rattling, whatever you want to call it, to try to see what he can do to negotiate the best deal. So here at TradeFlex, don't forget to look us up at www.trade-flex.com. We have an AI bot. Her name is Lula. So reach out to her if you have any more questions, any topics that you'd like us to discuss. We're here at TradeFlex to help you out with any business model analysis. We look at your part numbers. We've also said you have to look at your values in preparation for this. Let's say if he does implement a tariff, what value are you using? Are you using the most correct value for the goods that you're importing from Mexico? So we help with all that stuff. We have an 18-point Gantt chart that we work with our clients just for the import compliance. And then also, we have other divisions. We have Fastify, and Fastify helps you recover any duties you may have inadvertently paid and then export it to another country. So we have a lot of mechanisms and a lot of services available to help our clients through this. So again, thank you and have a great weekend. Bye.